Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm bringing you guys a look at this custom Mof Gideon minifigure. So I've actually had this figure for a while. I actually had him back when I built Navarro, but with the recent release of chapter 2 of the Mandalorian, I thought I'd revisit him and show you guys exactly what this figure is, since I never got around to doing a review when I first got him. So this figure was actually designed by my friend Bricks by Bricks. There'll be links to all of his things down in the description, but he ended up designing the figure, and then it was actually printed by Minifig Madness Customs. So you guys all know who they are at this point. But yeah, they do a really high quality printing, and I think Bricks by Bricks did a great job designing the figure. So all around, this is a phenomenal looking figure, and I'll show you guys why in just a second. But sadly, there isn't actually a way to buy this figure currently. I'm sure if you contact Bricks by Bricks, he might be able to sort one out for you, but as of now, they aren't just for sale anywhere. But yeah, that's just about wraps up everything. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get a closer look at this figure. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start at the top and kind of work down. So we just have one of those generic hair pieces that you see in a lot of figures, but I think this design works perfectly well for Mof Gideon. Maybe throwing in some white hair in there might make it look a little bit more accurate, but sadly Lego doesn't have a specific hair piece for that, so this will have to do for now. Then we've also got a custom printed face, which is awesome. It's something I wasn't actually expecting when I asked Bricks by Bricks to make this for me. I plan on just using a already made Lego head, but this one just looks phenomenal. Got the mustache in there as well, and a nice looking face. Move down the figure, so we've got this cape on. This is just another Lego cape that I decided to throw on there. It's actually Darth Vader's, the newer one that is more like fabric-y than that paper, so that's nice. And then we've also got the main torso printing, which you see he's got that kind of shield armor type of thing that he's gotten strapped on there with those little button details as well. And then we've also got that belt at the bottom, and if you guys can tell, I don't know if it's super easy to tell, but it's actually kind of slanted slightly, which I think was a very nice touch, so it wasn't perfectly even. Makes it look a little bit more realistic and kind of unique to other figures. Really like that little touch there. You can also tell that the printing kind of carries on to the hip piece and then down to the legs. We've got that kind of that gray line running down there, which looks very seamless and nice. That's from Minifig Madness Customs doing kind of like combined printing, so they kind of stick the torso and the legs together and then print it so they can get that nice kind of continuous line there. So that kind of runs down the figure, down the legs there, and then we've also got some feet printing there, or I guess some shoe printing at the bottom, which looks very nice. And then you also saw we've got some side leg printing as well, which looks incredible. And then we've also got side torso printing as well as arm printing. So this is just, we've got 360 printing on this figure, as you'll see when we move around the back. So that just looks phenomenal. Just another way to kind of make this figure look that much better. And of course, it's the exact same on the other side, except we've got that belt, or I guess a belt is what you'd call it. I don't really know exactly, but that's kind of more further down the torso just because it is slightly slanted, as I said earlier. And then we'll move around the back. As you can see, we've got the cape. Go ahead and lift that up. We've got some back printing as well. And as you can see, we've got some similar to Stormtrooper armor printing, what they have on the back. So we've seen that design, pretty familiar with that before. And once again, we've got that belt kind of slanted. That's kind of easier to see in the back, which looks very nice. And then we move down. You can also see the those gray lines running around the back of the legs, which is just another one of the amazing things that Minifig Madness does with their printing. So, but that just looks phenomenal. Love how they can continually add printing just in just about every spot on this figure. But that just about wraps up this Mof Gideon figure. I really do hope that Lego ends up making one of these in the future, but as for now, we're going to have to rely on custom ones like this if we want to use a Mof Gideon figure in our mocks. But that is going to about wrap up this video, so if you did go on to enjoy it, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a like. But other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!